Okay, today we're doing a deep dive into some really sensitive internal intelligence. This isn't something you'll see widely reported. It concerns systematic violence, mass killings, actually, targeting Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church members,
Yeah.
EOTC members, specifically in the RC zone, Jaju Oreta. Our job here is just to lay out what the intelligence says impartially.
And the scale described is, frankly, alarming. The source mentions over 100 Orthodox Christians killed just in Jaju, though there were unverified internal notes suggesting it could be far higher, maybe 500, perhaps even up to 1,000 victims total.
That's staggering, but the intelligence seems to highlight something beyond just the numbers, right? The way this is happening.
Exactly. It's not only, let's say, systematic persecution. There's a structure here. It's intertwined with a sophisticated extortion economy.
An extortion economy. So this isn't purely ideological violence. There's a profit motive.
It seems to be both, running in parallel. We're talking about high-value ransom demands. The figure cited is around 600,000 Ethiopian birr per captive.
600,000 birr. That's what, roughly 10,000 US dollars per person?
Yes, about that. It suggests this isn't random banditry. It points towards, an organized criminal operation funding itself through terror.
Okay, so the families face these impossible demands, but paying the ransom, does that actually secure someone's release?
That's the most deeply shocking finding in this intelligence. The answer appears to be no. Victims are reportedly executed even after these huge sums are paid.
Even after payment?
Yes. The source gives specific, heartbreaking examples. A teacher, Gurna Malisi from Engadeche Kabele, his family paid 400,000 birr. He was killed.
Oh, God.
And an Orthodox priest from Wosheva Barakat, same story, 500,000 birr paid. Still executed. It seems designed to maximize terror, but also perhaps to keep the money flowing without losing leverage. A truly brutal calculation.
That's calculated is the word. It implies a total breakdown of any kind of order or even basic humanity. And the intelligence mentions something else, something horrifying about what happens to the victims after they're killed.
Yes, it does. It states that in many instances, the bodies of the victims, more than half, have been left and consumed by hyenas.
Consumed by hyenas?
It confirms a complete collapse of security and civil authority. People can't even recover their dead for proper burial rituals, which is profoundly important. It's a tactic, really, to maximize the psychological terror and likely drive displacement.
So we have this internal intelligence. Do external reports mention this area? Do we know who the perpetrators might be?
Well, external reporting does name Jaju or Jeju Oreta as a site of violence involving the Oromo Liberation Army, the OLA, sometimes called OLF Shane.
And the specific targeting of EOTC members, like the priest you mentioned and a monk, is also noted in the intelligence.
Absolutely. It fits a pattern that's been documented across the RC zone for some time, targeted violence against EOTC clergy and members. The intelligence strongly suggests this is systematic persecution, based on religion, possibly perceived political views, too.
Okay, so if this is known internally, documented in intelligence, why the impunity? Why isn't this being addressed? Why is it so hard to verify or get accountability?
This is where the information control comes in. It's critical. The source explicitly stated, and this is sensitive, a deep fear of government reprisal if their role in reporting these facts ever came out.
Fear of the government, not just the armed groups.
Yes. Fear that the government will be the first to act against them. And this aligns with wider reports. Communication backouts, intimidation of journalists and witnesses. These are known tactics used in the region. It creates an information vacuum.
So wait, is this vacuum serving two purposes then? Is it hiding potential government failures to protect citizens and simultaneously letting groups like the OLA operate without scrutiny?
That's precisely the impunity trap. When the state itself obstructs information flow, whether actively or through neglect, it shields everyone involved. It guarantees that the full scale of what's happening remains hidden, preventing any real accountability, nationally or internationally. Information denial becomes strategic.
Right. So let's summarize. We've got targeted religious persecution. We have systematic executions linked to this brutal extortion scheme, and a fundamental failure of the state to protect its people, compounded by information suppression.
And when you put all that together, especially the widespread and systematic nature described under international law, you have to assess this for potential crimes against humanity. Specifically, the crimes of murder and persecution seem highly relevant based on this intelligence.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a really difficult question. When the act of reporting atrocities might put a witness in more danger from their own government than from the people committing the violence, how can anyone, the international community included, possibly break through that wall of silence to get justice or even just basic protection for civilians?